Hi, everybody. I'm here to talk about our infield. Um, talk about the St. Louis Cardinals infield. I'm sorry. I'm here to talk about the St. Louis Cardinals infield. Um, what can I say, guys? On defense, that's our strat. That the way I seen it this in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's um, that was their approach on beating us the first game I watched him play. That was Wednesday night. I started out. I was on a 4 game road trip. Cincinnati and two in Cincinnati, two in Cleveland. Wednesday night, I noticed that all they had to do is hit the ball over the infield because I'm sorry, but our defensive infield is amazing. You know, I don't have any complaints about our infield defense. I really don't. There's not a position player in on our team that plays poor defense on the infield. Goldschmidt's amazing at first. I mean, there's I don't think there's a player better than him on defense for first. Um, I think the Cardinals are starting to plan for life after Goldschmidt if they can't resign him after next year. I don't know if they have a plan to resign him. I don't know. I don't know what they're waiting for. I mean, he's obviously got. If he wants to play, they need to be asking him if he wants to play after next year. If he does, they better resign him because they're not going to get somebody like that for probably 3 or 4 more years after that. You know, maybe you might be able to move Jordan Walker into that. But maybe that's what they're planning. Maybe they're saying, maybe we need to send you down, make you first baseman. But that's not what they're doing. They're putting him in the outfield. So they're sticking to that plan with the outfield. In my opinion, with Goldschmidt is uh, as long as he wants to play, let him play, and pay him whatever he wants to get him to stick around. I mean, we got to start paying our players that we have, and then we have to add salary to that for players we bring in too. Not wasting salary. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we got to ante up for those big guys. You know. But anyway, back to position players. First base. As long as Goldschmidt wants it, let him play first base. Donovan is a great backup first baseman for him. I think they want Donovan in the outfield though. Uh, Donovan has been playing really good outfield defense, so I think they want to keep him out there because with the resurgence of DeYoung, the way he's playing right now, you got to play DeYoung. He's having his best season as a major leaguer this year in limited time, and you just got to keep on plugging DeYoung out there as long as he's producing like he is. So Donovan really doesn't have a place in the infield right now, except for first base to give Goldschmidt some relief, and I think that'll save Goldschmidt's career too. Is to have people that you can plug in at first, like Donovan. I think Donovan is a great backup first baseman, but I think they want to use Donovan more as an outfielder because Donovan needs to play every day, and that's where I think Donovan could thrive. He's a great right fielder. I mean, he's really good out there. Second base, poor Tommy Edman. He'd be in line to win another Gold Glove at shortstop if he was able to play a shortstop consistently. Consistently. Um, we all know Paul DeYoung has skill at the shortstop position, and he's really good defensively. But Tommy Edman was so good defensively in the first year after Wong left. Wong was a Gold Glove second baseman. If he would have stayed with us, he would have won another Gold Glove at second base. With somebody like Colton Wong as a defensive player, you got to leave him playing, whether he struggles with a bat or not, in my opinion. But the Cardinals wanted more production out of the second base position. They put Tommy Edman in there, and he thrived. And Tommy Edman, yes, that's his best position, second base, but shortstop's a hard position to play. But anyway, Tommy Edman is, if he would be left alone at second base for the rest of this year, I think he could win the Gold Glove at second base again. I don't think Donovan plays a good second base. Donovan plays a really good second base. Donovan could win the Gold Glove at second base if he was left at second base for the rest of the year. But one of those two players is going to be the second baseman, because whoever plays second base the most this year for the Cardinals could win the Gold Glove for the Cardinals. I think Goldschmidt could win the Gold Glove at first. I think Edman, if you leave him at second for the rest of the year and don't move him, because, in my opinion, leaving Tommy Edman at second base, we have an elite second baseman. He's the best second baseman in the league by far defensively, in my opinion. I mean, he's mastered that position. I can see why they wanted to use him as shortstop at the beginning of the year. They really wanted Paul DeYoung to take the reins, but they wanted Tommy Edman to be the guy if he couldn't be, if DeYoung couldn't hit like Tommy Edman could. Tommy Edman's bat is really good. It's above average, I think Tommy Edman's bat could get better. I think he could hit more home runs. I think he could hit more doubles. Maybe even more triples. He's fast. When he goes with our team, he's really good. Now shortstop Tommy Edman was playing phenomenally. He could have won the Gold Glove at shortstop this year if they would have left him over there. But I don't think he's going to have enough time there at short this year because of Paul DeYoung. And then Masson Winn is developing so good. I don't think Masson Winn stays in the minors for long. I think you're going to have Masson Winn and you're going to have DeYoung as your starting shortstops. Paul DeYoung is a threat in the lineup. As long as he's producing, he should be playing. And his defense is phenomenal. I think if DeYoung could be the starting shortstop for the rest of the year for us, and he produces at the plate at the rate he is right now, I say he could be a Gold Glover. Because he doesn't make mistakes. He's not the flashy shortstop like an Arenado. Arenado's not a shortstop, I know. I'm not saying that he's a flashy. He's not a flashy player like Arenado, but man, he gets the job done defensively. He's real solid. So, Masson Winn, I think, will be our shortstop in the end. I was a little mad that they didn't sign Swanson, but I kind of understand it because they're sticking with Masson Winn. They want to stick with Masson Winn and Jordan Walker. They think that that's our team's future. I don't know. They didn't give Jordan Walker a chance, in my opinion, but that's a next subject than the outfielders. That's going to be a whole nother subject. Our outfield's a mess right now. But anyway, um, it was a strength of ours last year. This year, it's a mess. But anyway, we're going to get into that next after we're done with the infielders. Um, Third base, Arenado. He's our MVP. Some may say he should have won the MVP last year instead of Goldschmidt. I'm beginning to think that those people who argued that are probably right, because you look at what Arenado not being able to hit at the beginning of the year did to us. I mean, plus now he's having another little slump, but we still won two ball game. We still won two ball games on the road. So I don't know what they're going to do tomorrow. If they win tomorrow, then we'll. No, I take that back. Not two ball games, three game ball games on the road so far. So if we win tomorrow, that's four ball games in seven. That's pretty good on the road. That's a pretty good road trip. So let's see if they can finish off strong tomorrow. But Arenado, um, I don't think they have any plans in replacing Arenado because I think they're planning on him playing out his contract and probably even extending him. I could see that. But as far as backups in the infield, Yepes could play some first. Uh, Burleson could play some first. Um, Gorman's good at second, and he's really good at third. Gorman's a really good third baseman. Um, if you want to give Arenado that day off, you could throw Gorman over there, and wouldn't be any loss. And it wouldn't be as flashy, but I think Gorman's a really good defensive third baseman. You're just not going to see it very much because of Arenado. But Gorman's right now. Gorman's our DH. He needs to concentrate on hitting. If we need him to plug in at second or third, then we can plug him in at second and third, and he can do a good job on it. Either a lot of people were worried about him playing second, thinking, "Oh, he's not going to translate over to second." He did a really good job for us. And you might even say he might be able to take first base someday. I haven't seen him play first base, but who's to say he couldn't play it? He's a ball player. He wants to play ball wherever you tell him to play. Just like Donovan is, just like Edmund is. Those three, if you could get keep Gorman hitting like he did, I was bragging on Gorman all four games. He did a couple good things, but all in all, he didn't have that flash in the four games, and people was like, "Yeah, we'll see how good he was." But I believe in the kid. He's not striking out like he did last year, but he sure did this series. The last two series, but I still have faith in him. I think he's a phenomenal hitter right now. So. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I have to do for the infielders because infields are easy. When you got good things to say about them. Maybe I should. I don't know whether to talk about. This was a shorter video than the other two, but maybe that's a good thing. I'll talk about the lineup, the offensive lineup. So, all right, catch you later. Bye.